Yo, yo, what's going on, ladies? It's your boy, Mr. Locario. So listen, in this video, I'm going to tell you why dating advice that's geared towards you, that's supposed to help you, usually is not going to help you. And I'm going to tell you the number one reason why dating advice is really not going to help you out here in these streets, right? And the reason why dating advice specifically for women, right, generally is not going to help you. You have a bunch of dating coaches, relationship coaches that coach women specifically, or they might coach men and women. But when the advice is for women, right, the number one reason why this advice is not going to work for you is because the advice you're getting is geared towards teaching you how to attract weak men. Okay? It's geared towards how to attract weak men, right? And in fact, the advice they're giving you will work to attract those weak men. It'll work perfectly. The problem is that you don't want the weak man. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue, right? And see, what you want is you want a strong man. You want a guy who is attractive, a guy who's consistent, a guy who's a leader. You understand? You want these masculine traits. But the advice you're getting is basically teaching you how to attract guys who don't have those traits, guys who are weak. But you think you're going to get this strong, confident guy based off this advice. So, for example, you might hear a coach tell you, ladies, in order to get this guy, right, you have to make sure that he takes you on 3 or 4 dates. He spends this amount of money. He waits for you to be ready to do A, B, and C. You got to make sure that he's courting you in this way or that way, right? Now that sounds nice. Sounds really nice, right? Sounds good. But if, let's say you have guy A, who is an attractive, masculine, guy who has his shit together. He has all that stuff going on. Then you have guy B who, hasn't had a woman in years, has a hard time getting women, right? And guy A has an easy time getting women. Now, why would guy A, who's the more attractive guy that you really want, why would he wait around for you? Meaning, why would he acquiesce to what you want specifically as far as what these coaches are telling you when he has more options? So, meaning if you're making it a challenge for him, why would he deal with you when he can just get a woman who's not going to make it a challenge for him? Right? But see, the weak guy, what the weak guy is going to do, he's going to follow your lead. He's going to do whatever you say. He's going to do everything you want. And at first it's going to seem nice because, you got a guy, he's being romantic. He's buying you flowers. He's taking you to these expensive restaurants. But then as time goes on, when you see that he's not a leader and he's just making you run the show, you're going to be turned off. Whereas you want the strong guy to be the guy, but he's not going to go for, following you. See, and this is the sort of dilemma that women run into, is that you want the strong guy, but you want him to sort of act like the weak guy, but that's impossible. You understand? So you want a submissive leader, which you can't have that. You understand? So either you're following him or he's following you. That's how it works. So either you're going to follow a man or a guy's going to follow you. And what happens is most advice is geared towards you finding a guy who's going to follow you versus advice that's going to make you attract that strong, dominant, sexually attractive guy, right? But you have to follow that guy in order to get him. And the problem is most dating advice is not geared towards teaching women how to get that strong guy. It's just teaching you how to attract, weak dudes. You understand? That's it. So understand that if any of the advice that women that you're getting, ladies, where it's telling you to do nothing and let the guy do everything, that's basically someone teaching you how to attract a weak man. Because in order to attract a strong man, in order to attract a guy who is dominant, who is a leader, who's sexually attractive, who has, his shit together, he has a certain type of money and all this other stuff, right? Then what happens is that you have to step up your game, which means you have to do something. No guy like that is waiting around for you. No guy like that is getting on your program. It's not happening.